Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, guys. We made it. If you heard me on the other side, congrats. Yes, we do have life this morning on this Friday, guys. Today is Halloween, 10/31. Shout out to my buddy Peggy Durant. All right. Make sure y'all leave something in the comments for her. Let her know, that we are wishing her a happy birthday and shout out to her. She's the realest. If y'all don't know her, that is the beautiful sister who reached out to me after you know um you know um hitting the number. All right, and she didn't have to do it, but she did. And for anybody to just do things like that, man, without you even knowing that they actually came across a blessing and still reached out to you and say, hey man, I've been trying to get at you, boom, here you go. And sis, I do have you, and I hope everything is going well. I had some numbers written down here, but this is not what I want to talk about today. And guys, do be safe. Today is Halloween, and and whatever you do, just be safe, man. It's early in the morning. I'm seeing a lot of things right about now. I guess everybody start bringing in Halloween this morning. So just be safe out there, man. Make sure you wear something with some reflecting lights, if you will. And yesterday I spoke of me getting a copy written. They reached out to me because of a book, a pamphlet that I was sharing in 2023. So I didn't know, how they go about it. I just thought it was like TikTok. They give you maybe 2 or 3 warnings and boom, they take your page. But that still might be the case. But I spoke to my son and they sent me some links. They didn't really send me a link. They actually want people to go to copyright class and all that kind of stuff. And I said, something, man, it's not even worth it because I mean, it's not worth just going through all the hassle that YouTube send you through. And it's not only YouTube. If a book company or a magazine feel as though they don't want you to use uh, you know their um their merchandise, they have a right to. But that's things that I really didn't know. And again, people don't share these kind of things with you. They like to see you just crash. And but I know I'm not going to no copyright class online. It's not that serious, man. I mean, go to copyright class for what? To get your page back. Sometimes, guys, things happen for a reason. You can't force nothing on yourself. If that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. Man, look, man, I was just talking about my good guy, man, in the nation's capital as a young guy. And I can see, man, he's such a good guy. His fellow friend decided to, just speak on him. This is the brother Rodney I was talking about, guys. I'm gonna let y'all read this, man. We just want to go through it. I mean, the flyest guy in Washington D.C. as a young guy coming up in the '90s, the middle '90 era. All right, he was just talking like, for due to a lot of reasons, I never speak. He says he never speak on Rod, but Rod is the young man I was talking about. Flash young guy, man. He was the first person to take me to Houston's. Houston's, if you don't know, it's a restaurant in Georgetown everybody used to go to in the mid '90s, probably a little bit before my time, but I know I used to be in that place as well, eating those good chicken tenders and French fries. They had the goodest Hennessy and Coke. If you ever, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. All right. It says here, man, the first one took me to Sabiato. If y'all don't know, that's the Hugo Boss. When I was going, it was called Silhouette Blues, but Sabiato is like a DC staple, right? You might see a lot of guys with Sabiato, or you might even just hear about it. All right, it says they were 16 years old. I picked up one Versace T-shirt, which was close to $200. Right, that's real talk. I walked to the counter to pay, and he looked and he said, what's that? He like, nah, you gotta get the shirt, jeans, right? 16 years old, and the belt, right? By the time I got my kicks, I was 1,000 in, shaking my head, and that's who influenced the $1,000 outfits, right? And he's not telling a story, but I think then if you was going to Gianni Versace, I think the cheapest belt probably was like $800, but I don't think he mentioned Versace here. Outfits Uptown in my era. He's the reason I started going to, here it is, I think Nationals. So when you was going to Nationals, you was buying Iceberg, all the stuff, but it, I guess it was the fastest place to get to, Nationals. It says Rob was a few years older. We grew up in the same building, man. Rob was toting Starter pistols, Ninja Stars. Yeah, he definitely had them ninjas too, man. The little bikes, BB guns at the time. Let's go ahead. Say something about the families. It says, man, basically I had to give him his props. The man who taught me about getting fly. He kept a closet full of new clothes with tags on it. I used to tell him, you're the only dude I know that can go shopping in your home, I guess, in your house, man. He said, man, he definitely was the freshest, right? Ninja Uptown since Game was on 1 million, man. And shout out to Rodney, man. And that's, hey, man, if you know, you know. Like I said, man, during that time, young guys out here just getting it, man. And of course, it's nothing to glorify, but you had to do what you had to do, and it wasn't no turning back. But to see this guy, man, I'm talking about just flourish out there in the game. From police packages to LT1 90 packages, big bubble caprices. Then after that, he decided to say, look, I'm maxed out with all of this little boy stuff, this urban stuff. I'm gonna go get me an SS Impala. And we know how much those was costing. I think SS's dropped in 95 or 96. You had 3 options. You had a black one. I think one came in a stick shift. That was like a teal green one. And then you had a burgundy one, right? Those was like the only SS's that was really out during those 90s. The mid 90, 95-ish, 96-ish type stuff, right? And then after that, he turned around and got a big glass house. I think it was a 500, man. But man, guys, if a person feel like, you're not going to outdo them, or even if jealousy, and that's a big word here in our community, jealousy, right? That's where it comes in. That's why I always ask people and just let folks know, whoever on the page, man, be careful, man. Watch yourself, man. Watch yourself out here bragging about what you got and I'm him, I'm her. Man, you can't do that, guys. You can't do that. So with that being said, man, everybody have a beautiful day, man. Whatever you do, stay out the way, Sister Peg. I got you. I got you. And, today is Friday, man. Do something good, and please stay safe once again, because, we're living in scary times. So with that being said, go ahead and write you some of these numbers down. 3722, I think that came in Michigan. I haven't really been looking at Michigan, until yesterday, and I was shocked when I seen 3722, because that's a number that I always call out. But I think there's some rebound numbers. 031, if you haven't had the 1444, the 1440, you might want to play that. If you haven't had 1026 in Michigan, you might want to play that. MD, I got us down for 20748. Michigan, I got you down for 41s. I got you down for 2416. MD, of course, I got you down for 1458. DC, we need 759 and 451, man. Whatever y'all do, stay out the way. Positivity over negativity. Can't say nothing good. Don't say nothing at all, man. Before you say something, check yourself. All right? Peace out, man.